I don't like doing this, right? But too many people associate my business with me as an individual. People don't know about Caplo Advisory. They know about JP, and it's important over the next several months as we put out content that we introduce Caplo Advisory as a company. Because though I founded the company, there's so much more that the company can do that's outside my individual ability. Money growing up was always tight. It was really very much a taboo to talk about money. I believe it was a cultural thing. My parents were always like, don't share how much money we have. More importantly, how much money we don't have. It wasn't sexy or wasn't fun to talk about that kind of stuff. But it was important to talk about it. And I think today it's even further away from those conversations happening. And that's what Caplo Advisory does. We make it a comfortable environment. We make sure that our clients and the prospects that we work with understand that we need to have those conversations. We always had what we wanted, what we needed, and then some. I thought I had money, and people in my surroundings thought I had money. I mean, kids that I went to school with and kids that I played baseball with and stuff, they thought we were rich. The cars we drove, the way we dressed, like the perception to everybody was that we had money. I think it wasn't until I was like right before my teenage years where I realized, oh, we don't have the money that it feels like we have and that other people think that we have. I started in finance after I studied accounting in college, and I went into finance, learned finance, but then it kind of rolled into the world of financial planning, which uses everything that is involved in accounting and finance and bundles it up with a very personal, very sales-oriented, relationship-building job, and that's what a financial planner is. But I really got into financial planning and advising because of my upbringing, me always wanting to have a better understanding of money, how it works, what it is, how to make more of it. And that started very, very early on, before I even hit 9, 10 years old. I come from big box financial world where we had target markets and target individuals that we went after. And predominantly they were the age of 55 to 65, getting ready for retirement, because those are individuals that that they portrayed to need wealth management and financial planning, more importantly, because they're approaching that stage in life where they're going to need to convert their wealth or their savings into income. However, I left that world and we started Caplo Advisory for the purpose to be able to provide the same white collar advice and traditional methods, but to everybody, because I feel that we live in a time now where people are making a lot more money at a younger age. If they had the tools and they had the methods that we were giving traditionally to individuals at 55, say at 25, they can find themselves at a very much younger age where they will have the ability to not have to work and be able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. We are individuals that come in and build relationships with our clients to help them achieve financial goals and achieve financial success. Whatever that means to them, we help them achieve that. There are a wide range of individuals that we work with, but the ultimate goal and the identifying factor of Caplo Advisory is that we are here to help you achieve your financial dreams. I think everyone should understand the ideology that you don't need money to achieve happiness, and that you don't need money to survive, and that money is just something that is not necessary. I would want everybody to realize that that is the biggest crock of shit that anybody could possibly say. Money is very much essential in everything that we do. Money is something that comes and goes, and without the right plan and mindset of how to use money and how to spend money, you are really setting yourself up for a life that is not going to be happy. Caplo's job is to make sure that the people that we come into a relationship with or encounter, that our job is to make sure they understand that money is real and money is necessary, but with the right planning and the right tools, it doesn't have to be all that life is about. Caplo Advisory on paper is a wealth management company, and that is something that we take pride in and we do very well. We do manage assets, we do help with investments, and we help people preserve what they've accumulated. But one of the things that I intentionally did when I went independent, and that we focus on heavily more so today, is financial planning. And the reason for that is because financial planning can really start at any age. And so we focus heavily on financial planning to provide that blueprint, to provide that roadmap to get somebody from point A to point B. We're creative, we're young, we're hip, we're cool. We don't offer the same approach that your grandfather's advisor or your parent's advisor does. If you want those traditional white collar methods, you should go that direction. If you want creativity, if you want to have the ability to live the lifestyle that you want while attaining financial success, then you come to Caplo Advisory, because we'll never have you live a life that you don't want to live. You work hard. This is your money. This is your future. This is your lifestyle. We're not going to change that. We just hold you accountable to follow a plan to get you from point A to point B. I thought, okay, what are the most important things for us as advisors that we try to achieve with working with clients? And it really breaks down into 3 stages of life. You have to plan, you have to grow, and then you have to live. If you follow that set of rules, plan, grow, live, you will be able to achieve anything that you want to achieve. And it's not just in the financial world. I mean, it's just in life in general. First and foremost, we are a registered investment advisory firm. We're an independent firm. We are regulated by the state of Texas. We have a legal obligation to provide the best financial advice for our clients. We don't take commission, we're fee-based. And that's the best route to take when you're working with somebody in the financial advising world, because if you're working with somebody that has a commission hanging over their head, more times than none, they're gonna lead you in a direction that you don't need to go so that they can make that paycheck. Versus working with a fiduciary who's fee-based, we only get paid for the services that we render. The services that we provide are very much a wide range and pretty comparable to a family office. We predominantly work with assets under management, so we help people that have accumulated assets and we help them grow that money through different investment vehicles. But what we really focus on and what our bread and butter is financial planning. It's really something that I mastered at my previous employer. It's something that is so essential whenever you are wanting to get your financial house in order, that if you don't have it, more times than none, you're gonna fail. Anybody can do what they need to do on their own, especially with all the stuff that's online right now. Like, you can ask ChatGPT, what is a financial plan for myself and my family based on X, Y, and Z? Give it the prompt, and it's gonna give it to you. The difference is you won't have the accountability or the person holding you accountable like you do when you work with somebody at Caplo Advisory.